Does possessing individuals of color mean possessing white individuals? There is compensation for either political dark moderates or nonconformists. Also, the explanation is on the grounds that those ladies will serve the ones who are opening those doors to their local area. Presently, let me simply let you know something. In the African American population, we don't have a lot of business like that. Okay. What's more, one of the issues that people of color are having isn't having sufficient foundation to help a local area in which your ladies will likewise serve you, or you serve any way you believe should get everything done as needs be. Be accommodating to you. In any case, Malika Andrews is being upheld by these white individuals who have this issue with a ton of people of color. We loathe women like Malika Andrews locally on the grounds that, once again, she has a mentality towards us, as she doesn't require us to be discourteous. She affronted Stephen Naismith for all of that. Yet, here is something of which you have to be aware. To get respect from the local area. In a very real way, you became able to compose checks. Good. Individuals are faithful to that for which they are boosted, you see. Furthermore, we do, in all actuality, have individuals of color out there. All they need is an individual of color. Yet, for specific individuals, they go where the open doors are. Furthermore, in the event that you can't give an individual an open door, they will go head on and accomplish the filthy work of different gatherings. Furthermore, what Malika Andrews and Candace Owens do is show discipline in light of the fact that America is dark, and once again, they take care of their messy responsibilities. They make statements that whites can't say. They express dubious things about what the whites are thinking. And afterward, likewise, they will subsidize these women, these folks who have a mysterious quarrel against people of color. These ladies get truckloads of cash constantly, and they will pay them to continue to come after you as an individual of color. What will be, will be. Furthermore, until people of color pay for that kind of local area being worked around the thing you do, you will have Malika Andrews, and there will be compensation for that. As compensation for that, you will still be at work. You will climb. Be that as it may, Imprint Jackson will not, Keyshawn Johnson will not. Jalen Rose will not, on the grounds that you're serving me the framework, and a ton of women that do that ponder individuals like, Brittany Cooper, women's activists at Rutgers. Who do you think she is going to be faithful to? Will not be us. She's faithful to the folks who compose the check. She works and does PhD exploration and things for the framework that acquired them, and God damn it, that is continuously going to be the situation for the African American population to work on something for individuals of color. There should be quite a boost, folks. I'm about to be genuine. Also, that is something that dark people haven't sorted out. All things considered, the inquiry will be, assuming I supported people of color like Malika Andrews, where might that get me? That is her mentality. What might I acquire from that? What might be my outlook on that? Furthermore, that is where everything becomes real. It meets the street rapidly in light of the fact that that is the way I go to Dubai when I go to the assembled Emirates. I see a gathering of men that have, and I'm making an effort not to contrast that with dark America. I'm simply utilizing a model. I see a gathering of men that have met up and set out open doors for their ladies, and their ladies have a specific degree of regard. Presently, I realize our kin have had to deal with a ton. It's uncalled for to present that equivalent defense, however, I will say it's comparable. Okay. Disney. The white folks in the organization will move her up and continue to move her up on the grounds that she does. Number 1, she could do without her own gathering, which, in the event that you're a blended woman, tune in, a few people like that. Be that as it may, we're willing to pay and deal with you since you're on the right side. A ton of individuals of color simply don't figure that out. In any case, each lady, generally, will do the offering for individuals who pay her to do that. All right. They will make their offering by paying. Giving open doors. And afterward, in light of the fact that you win against those folks, we will go head on and raise you. We will keep you on the path of movement. All that will do is encourage that way of behaving to continue in that way. However, in our networks, we don't actually encourage anyone to sit idle. There are not very many networks that are dark run or dark claimed. Can put an individual of color within that situation, that they have an upwardly portable development. You simply don't see it. Then, at that point, we blow up when they begin selling out. You begin seeing these things. Also, you generally need to return to them. They will return to individuals that pay them constantly. Individuals of color became truly focused on winning. Motivating forces from different blacks are giving impetus to different blacks to remain in the competition to remain locally. The vast majority won't do that. A great many people need to excel. They need to taste the pack. Furthermore, assuming that they at any point reach the point where an individual of color feels like they won't get anything from managing blacks, that is the point at which you got Candace Owens. I don't have the advantage of doing anything for blacks. That is the way you get Malika Andrews and that aggression. It is non-stop. It doesn't stop. What's more, to truly find individuals of color by and large, we've got to truly begin working on our connections and boosting our kin. Begin paying on time and quit attempting to talk someone down. All of that yet, at the same time, we have no organizations or things that we control. So she would be faithful to us. Anyway, folks, what's your thought process? Goodness, I value you for all that you do to pay the bill. We're out. In the realm of sports news coverage, a couple of people figure out how to stand apart for their detailing abilities, yet in addition for their exceptional bits of knowledge, commitment, and capacity to interface with competitors and fans the same. One such rising star is Malika Andrews, whose transient ascent through the positions of sports reporting has enthralled crowds and procured her a spot among the most regarded voices in the business. Early life and instruction. Brought into the world on January 27, 1995, in Oakland, California, Malika Andrews showed an early interest in the two games and narrating. Brought up in a family that loved schooling and energized quest for energy, Andrews' folks encouraged a climate where she could investigate her inclinations unreservedly. She went to Portland's Catlin Gable School, where she played b-ball and volleyball while leveling up her composing abilities for the school's paper. Andrews' scholarly excursion drove her to the College of Portland, where she kept on sparkling both on and off the court. She graduated with a degree in news coverage and a solid groundwork in narrating methods, a mix that would demonstrate important in her future vocation. The way to ESPN. Andrews' profession direction took a critical turn when she protected an entry-level position with the Denver Post, where she covered the NBA's Denver Chunks during the 2016 to 2017 season. This open door permitted her to plunge profound into sports news coverage and further foster her detailing abilities. Her capacity to separate complex game methodologies and interface with players carried a new point of view to the game's reporting scene. In 2018, Malika Andrews joined ESPN.